Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I want to use this as a platform to talk about the things that I use in my practice of health coaching and body psychotherapy. One of the things that I've been exploring for probably about the last 15 years is astrology, ever since I discovered the work of Carl Jung. Um, and I don't use it in completely literal terms. And I'm not entirely sure still, after all this time, how and why it works. But I've seen it too many times working for me to disregard it. I want to give this video about the Scorpio moon. Because the Scorpio moon is my placement, I feel like it's something I can give both a personal account on, but I've also worked with quite a few people who have this placement as well. Astrology, as far as I'm concerned, is a bit like a signature that you're born with, but you have an amount of free will. So it talks about the positives and negatives of the specific sign and placement, but it's kind of, you can't look at a birth chart and know completely this person is using the positive or the negative of this aspect. Depending on where they are at their stage of development, their level of awareness. There's so many layers to it that I would say, before saying, God, I don't believe in any of that, try it. Really, really explore a subject before you really agree or disagree about its philosophies, its origins. Anyway, it's enough about that. Scorpio moon. So the moon sign in astrology, some people think it's the mind, some people think it's the emotions. I kind of see it as both at the moment. And I'm kind of vacillating between which one I think is which. But let's just consider it at the moment to be the way we think and the way we feel. Scorpio is it's an interesting sign because it has so much bad rep to it. It's got more than one glyph. In most astrology research that you'll do, it's got 3, the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. And this is kind of the levels and the layers of the transformation that it goes through throughout a lifetime, if you're lucky to go through all 3. So it's got its kind of negative traits and it's got its highest potential traits. And with Scorpio, that's archetypal things such as jealousy, power, taboo subjects, sex, mainly because it rules the reproductive organs. Every sign rules a part of the body. It's about transformation, death, rebirth. The moon is our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings. So you can imagine having those categories wrapped up within your emotional well-being. That's going to create quite an intense way of experiencing the world. And I think when younger, Scorpio moon really does have to deal with the aspects of power. Where is my power? Is it being used against me? Power abuse, power struggles, issues with authority, issues with nurture, misunderstanding of a lot of things to do with sexual dynamics, potentially an awareness of things like the sexual nature very, very young. This transformation, this constant need for emotional purging. Now, I know when I was younger, I had high energy levels, and I would often go through a roller coaster of emotions. And I'd have to go through intense emotions in order to feel like I could be calm again. There's other placements in my chart that could also lead to that, but let's consider that to be a baseline for a Scorpio moon. They don't feel things on a subtle level. Sorry, it's the cat. They don't feel things. It's all or nothing. It's black or white. It's they love you or they hate you. People love you or people hate you. It's a very intuitive position for the moon to be in. It's a water sign, but it's ruled by Mars and it's ruled by Pluto. So Mars is the god of war. Pluto is the planet of transformation. It's Hades, lord of the underworld. So you've got those two rulers operating in your moon sign. You've got quite an intense individual here who doesn't really do things just for the sake of them. There's kind of a desire and a purpose behind everything that they do. Often you will be attracted to things which have got a level of power. And by that I mean things like relationships that bring you perhaps partners with a position of power, jobs that give you a level of authority over individuals, or information that is to be kept secret. It's another one of the traits of Scorpio, secrecy. Although I consider it more intense privacy. And with the moon, intense privacy can be keeping things secret that you shouldn't even need to keep a secret, which is bizarre. The house it's in plays a part as well. So mine is in the 6th house. So I tend to be really, really private about things like my health and well-being practice. I used to be. Obviously it's not private now. And it's not private in my practice. But the information that I get from clients, it's, you know, the integrity that I feel to keep that information secret, it goes right down to the core. And that's another Scorpio thing. It's about values and ethics. How you operate emotionally literally goes down to life or death. And most of your emotions will feel like that as well. It's a life or death, love or hate, to do with how you respond emotionally to things, people. Now there's 12 houses in a birth chart, so if yours was in the 7th house, you know, you might have this intense emotional reaction to your relationships. If it's in the 10th house, it might be your intense responses to your passion about your career, power struggles within the public arena. As I said, mine's in the 6th house, so I've got like a real intense drive towards everything to do with health, well-being, getting right to the bottom of those things. Scorpio is the detective. It digs deep. When your emotions, your thinking is in Scorpio, so when your moon sign is in Scorpio, you cannot help but go to such a deep level with the subjects that you're interested in. It's a bit like when I came across astrology, I thought, well, that sounds interesting. First of all, I looked at Scorpio, which is my sun sign as well. And instead of just thinking, oh, okay, that was interesting, you know, 10, 15 years later, I'm still learning stuff about it now. Because I feel like an emotional desire to do so. It's, you know, the intensity of the Scorpio moon. It's fascinated with the subjects that have got real depth. Fascinated with people who have depth. Fascinated in finding secrets and getting to the bottom of everything and everyone. So if you've got a Scorpio moon, use it well, channel it into something. As I said